It's Monday, September 8th, and today I'm just wondering, I'm suddenly a lot more concerned about next week's Dallas versus the New York Giants game than I was before Sunday started.
And now, a word from our title sponsor.
Eyeing retirement? We aim to turn your nest egg into a paycheck with half the amount you've been led to believe. Fluent Financial combines in-house portfolio design risk management with income-generating investments designed to aid your financial independence. Our goal is to develop an effective portfolio strategy to help you retire sooner and have a better lifestyle. Fluent Financial can also implement a program that allows business owners to install a cash balance plan, which may potentially reduce income tax payments. You've worked hard to become successful. Let us help develop an effective portfolio strategy that works for you. Learn more today about Fluent Financial. Retire sooner, better lifestyle. For more information or to schedule a meeting, visit fluentfinancial.com or call 972-852-4800.
Like an enormous number of Americans, I settled down Sunday to watch me some NFL football. The first full Sunday of NFL football since Bill Clinton was in the White House. Anyway, the game I was really interested in was the Giants versus the Washington Commanders. That's because the Giants are the Cowboys' opponent next week. And I expected to see, and did see, the same old New York Giants. 4 for 16 on third downs. 3.7 yards per play. Yuck. 17 out of 37 passing, but for only 157 yards. Just 4 yards per attempt. On the ground, they were outrushed 220 yards to 74. They gained only 3.2 yards per rush. They were the same old listless Giants who I thought should have lost by more than 15. That pretty much confirmed my feelings that the Cowboys, who had a really encouraging Game 1 against the Eagles, that these Cowboys would feast on the Giants. Now, there aren't a lot of teams the Cowboys figure to feast on this year with this rugged schedule. But this Sunday, this would be a W. And then I checked the opening betting lines for next week's NFL games. And I saw that Dallas had opened a 4.5 point favorite, but then dropped quickly to 3. The Cowboys are only favored by 3 next week. Now let me explain. The home team, in this case, Dallas, gets 3 points for being at home. So what the line maker is telling us is Dallas and the Giants are equal as teams. That can't be. That can't be, can it? The Cowboys dominate the Giants, and look at what an awful game the Giants had Sunday against the Commandos. And look at the good and encouraging game the Cowboys had against the Eagles. But you know what? Las Vegas is not in the practice of giving away money. So, as far as the next Cowboy game against the Giants on Sunday, I smell a rat. This doesn't look nearly as easy right now that I thought it would look when Sunday began. Next, let's go to college football, the top 25, and a couple of Saturdays in the experience of two of the state's teams. What do you want from your favorite restaurant? Fantastic personal service, a cheery, welcoming, spotless atmosphere, and, of course, great food. The primest of beef, wagyu and lamb, incredibly fresh seafood, lobster, salmon, shrimp, Hall of Fame food from a Hall of Fame restaurant, 2 locations of Bob's Steak and Chop House, the original Bob's on Lemon Avenue, and the gorgeous new Bob's at Craig Ranch, McKinney. My wife Mary's the co-creator of Full Moon Healing Balm, and I guess I'm the reason this terrific cream was developed. A few years ago, I began getting these huge, ugly blood blotches just beneath the skin of my arms and hands. The condition's called senile purpura. And no, you don't have to be senile to experience this embarrassment. It happens as you age, and then to cover it up, we begin wearing long sleeves even when it's hot. It took 2 years working with a New Jersey lab to refine the all-natural ingredients of Full Moon Healing. Gently massage a very small amount into the skin, and within a day, the blotches begin to fade. Senile purpura usually takes weeks to disappear, but this balm cuts the timeline to about a week. And ordering's so easy. Just go to the website, fullmoonhealingco.com. The new Associated Press Top 25 came out Sunday. And I look at those, I just breeze past them. But early season rankings are so nutty. Absolutely nutty. Notre Dame is in the top 10, and they're 0-1. That's right. They haven't won a game this year. They lost to Miami, and they're in the top 10? How's that possible? Shouldn't you have to do something to be in the top 10? Something? And by the way, Florida State, that whipped up on Alabama and is 2-0, they're behind Notre Dame at number 11. Clemson's at number 12. What's Clemson done this season? Well, they got beaten at home by LSU, and then they staggered for more than 3 hours to beat Troy. That's the Troy Trojans of the, I don't know, whatever those leagues are down there these days. And that gets them number 12. Iowa State's 3-0. They beat Kansas State. They beat Iowa. Shouldn't they be further up than they are at number 14? But see, in the preseason top 25 and the early season top 25s, reputation matters. Record doesn't now. Record just doesn't matter. So I've got an idea. Why don't we not have any top 25 come out before October 1st? Hey, the college football rule book is that thick. How about making one more page? You can't have any top 25 rankings before the 1st of October when we get a chance to see what some teams really have. Like last year, when Florida State was in the top 10 and went 2-10. Let's go to a couple of teams in the state with high aspirations. SMU must be kicking itself over Saturday. SMU has aspirations to be in the college football playoff. SMU has high aspirations. Those aspirations took a kick in the, well, you know where to get kicked. They led by 14 with 8.5 minutes to go against Baylor at home. And they lost the football game. Their defense couldn't stop 2 long Baylor drives in the last 8.5 minutes. Their offense couldn't possess the ball to keep it away from Baylor. Their kicker missed a 57-yard field goal. But as a former kicker, don't worry about missing a 57-yarder. Would you love to make it to win the game? You bet. But that chip shot in overtime, that's a different story. So now, SMU facing ACC games against Clemson and Miami, each very highly thought of, now has its work cut out for itself if it's going to go someplace, the someplace it had hopes of going this season. And finally, let's go to Texas. In the opening game of the season, Ohio State's football team, in particular their defense, stuffed the ball back down Texas' throat. So I was interested in watching Texas play San Jose on Saturday. This is the same San Jose who lost its opening game to Central Michigan. Is there another Central in America that can play? Let's see. Yes, Central Florida. Not many Centrals can play. So San Jose comes into the game a 36-point underdog, and you're thinking Texas, which needs to sharpen its claws and recover from that opening game loss to Ohio State, is going to whisk aside this puppy. And San Jose State so cooperated. San Jose State turned the ball over 4 times in the first half. 4 turnovers in the first half. But all that got Texas was a 28-7 lead at the half. Arch Manning, he was okay. Now you got to figure in the quality of the opponent here. He was okay. His numbers were okay. But you know what? I could be very wrong here. And please don't remember this episode if I am very wrong here. But when I've watched Arch Manning for 2 weeks, he doesn't seem encouraging. He doesn't seem exhorting. On the sidelines, he barely looks involved. Now, let me tell you, that was the criticism of a young quarterback for the Cowboys years ago. Oh, Troy Aikman doesn't look this and doesn't look that. Well, we found out what Troy Aikman looked like, a Hall of Fame quarterback. But this was San Jose. Texas should have had them for lunch. And yet, it was a 38-31 win in which the Longhorns, gifted with all those turnovers, committed more than 100 yards of penalties and simply did not look sharp. Now, we won't know about whether Texas is sharpening its claws or not for another few weeks. After San Jose, the Longhorns play UTEP, you take 'em points, and Sam Houston State. Their next real game is weeks away against Florida. So there'll be time for Texas to start to look like what everybody thought Texas would look like when they were the preseason number one team in the country.
And now, a word from our title sponsor. Today's episode has been brought to you by Fluent Financial, Retire Earlier, Live Better, and by Bob's Steak and Chop House on Lemon in Dallas and in Craig Ranch in McKinney. Bob's, a Dallas tradition for more than 30 years.
If you've enjoyed Just Wondering, please hit follow, and a fresh new episode will land in your mailbox early every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning. Should you know a sports fan who might like our work, please share our contact information with that person. Just Wondering is technically directed by my wife Mary, who is also occasionally a talent on the show. It's produced by Mike Matern, edited and posted by Ashley Bullington. Thanks for listening to today's episode of Just Wondering. I'm Norm Hitzges, and know that every day I'll be just wondering about something.
And I'm Mary Hitzges, and I'll just be wondering too.
This is a Stolen Water Media production.